All right, well, from one of the top college recruits in all the nation to some recent commits, we're going to go to Zach Pop to tell us more about that.
Yes, Steve, we're going to take a look at two of the top 2016 class recruits, along with two of the top recruits in the 2015 class. But hey, let's go ahead and start with the seniors and take a look at Quan Shorts, the three-star wide receiver for Atascocita out in Humboldt, Texas. Now, last week he decommitted from Texas San Antonio and committed with Cliff Kingsbury in the Texas Tech Red Raiders last Sunday after visiting the Big 12 school this past weekend. And he'll also be joining Dallas Skyline's Carlos Strickland, who recently committed there a couple of weeks ago. Those are going to be two very talented freshman wideouts for Cliff Kingsbury next year. Now, from a guy who catches the ball to a guy who throws the rock, let's check in on Tommy Stevens, the Penn State commit from Decatur Central out in Indiana. Three-star QB, 6'4", 200-pound senior. Now, last week he flipped from Indiana and elected to go to Penn State. And it stung even more for Indiana because 2 days prior to the flip, he was committed to play for Indiana, and Penn State beat Indiana on that Saturday. So a tough weekend for Indiana. He's number 18 dual threat QB on 24/7 Sports. The kid can run 4.7 40, 19th commitment so far for Penn State's 2015 class, rated as the 12th best class and second in the Big Ten on 24/7 Sports. Now let's check out some of the top young studs that are juniors. We got to start with the top pro-rated quarterback. As Stonebreaker mentioned earlier, Westlake's Malik Henry. Now earlier this week on Wednesday, he committed to Florida State, and the 5-star QB is also the top-rated player in the state of California, number 4 overall among the 2016 class on 24/7's composite rankings. And over the last 2 years, nearly 5,000 total yards to go along with 45 touchdowns. And Henry drawn a lot of comparison to the current Florida State quarterback, Jameis Winston. And just like Winston, he plans to be a 2-sport star and play baseball at Florida State too. Henry and Westlake play modern day in the Pac-5 opening round playoff game tonight at 7:30 p.m. And yes, we will be quick scoring it, so make sure and follow that one live. All right, let's check in on our last recruit, another 2016 commit from White Station, Tennessee, the 4-star wideout, Dylan Mitchell, the 180-pound junior. And he committed to Oregon last week, of course. He's the third 4-star commit in the 2016 class for the Ducks. Quarterback Seth Green from East Ridge, Minnesota, to go along with the stud safety Brady Breeze from Central Catholic up in Portland, Oregon. They are both rated as the #1 player in the state on 24/7. And a lot of the Oregon coaches were saying Mitchell reminds them of DeAnthony Thomas. So if Mitchell can come anywhere close to what DeAnthony Thomas did for Oregon, they are getting one of the best football recruits in the country. He also might play basketball at Oregon. He's a 4-star basketball recruit. And White Station last year, they finished as the #1 ranked team in the state of Tennessee. And as Stoney mentioned earlier, Dylan Mitchell, kind of like Jeremy Macklin, a very good ball player on the football field, and the kid can also hoop on the hardwood. That's all I got for these recent commits. Back to you guys in the studio.